started.
Okay, T-crown, starting off with D4. Let's see what it do. Okay, a little unusual. Immediate E3. I don't know what to make of that, really. I guess this is a call system. Early E3 if he plays C3. Bishop there. So I'm going to go for C5 here. Try and directly attack. Oh, this is, he's doing a Stonewall attack. Well, I'm not really sure. I don't have a well-defined system against the Stonewall here. Let's see. I like to... let's leave the tension here a little bit. I like to exchange to make sure something gets opened up over here and it's not all a one-sided game. But let's leave that open for a little bit and leave the tension there. It's unfortunately well defended. So he can plop a knight here, and I can't do a whole lot about it. Let's make room to develop this bishop. If he lets me, I can play my bishop to here. Yeah, he is going to let me. Bishop to A6 here to exchange off the light squared bishop, which is a strong piece in this structure. So that's what I will do. Yeah, so he doesn't allow me to exchange. But now at least I can exchange some pawns. So if I take with the C pawn, he can take back with his pawn. And I can take here. We'll leave him with an isolated D pawn, I guess. Let's try that. Of course, if I ever take his knight, he can take back with a pawn and then have a strong formation there. So I don't really want to take that knight, this knight here. I don't want to take the knight on E5. But what do I do? Maybe put more pressure on C4 here. Although I undefended, oops, there's a tactic. He could have played knight here check, and I would have lost my bishop. Very, should have thought of that before moving the rook. I don't know if that would have lost. I mean, he has to give up his knight to do that, but would have kind of messed up my pawns here. Okay, let's go ahead and castle. Let's see, this is defended, this is not. Knight is controlling that square. But he took the pressure off of my A pawn, but I still can't play B4, okay. What am I doing here? Maybe knight to H5. I don't know, maybe queen queen to C7 here. I could trade off the knight and play queen C6, threatening a mate on G2. That opens up this diagonal. Let's try this. After he takes back, and I put my bishop, my queen to C6 here. I have a pretty good control over these squares here, like knight or bishop. I can take it. Queen there. Maybe that's a good answer. But maybe at the end I can pick up this B pawn here. I mean G pawn. For example, queen here, queen takes, rook takes, and then knight takes G4. Queen F3. So how else? I mean, I have two threats here. Is queen to H1 and queen to G2 mate. And queen to H1 is not mate, but it's probably pretty dangerous. Okay, so he goes there with the knight. So that does allow me to take. Allows me to take on B2. It allows me to take on G4. What am I thinking? And from G4, I am threatening to come to this square here, I guess. Let's try it. From G4, I'm coming to E3, forking the queen and the rook. Yeah, so he covers E3. I just need one more attacker on that knight. I could just support the knight with a move like H4. Is that possible? H5. Just leave it there, hopefully generating some threats. Maybe, here's an idea, rook to D8, threatening to take this pawn. If he takes with the knight, then again I have that mate over there. So this knight is kind of pinned. It's not really defending that pawn. And rook here, there. Might be an idea. And queen invasion on the C file, is that a possibility? Everything seems defended over here, but queen C3 is a possible move. So that's right, the rook move supports the bishop. Bishop to there, so queen takes, rook takes, bishop takes. I can give up the queen for a rook and a bishop. And am I getting anything good out of that? Looks like everything is still defended, so I guess I'm going to have to give up that bishop somehow. Allow him to trade it off. So, I still have my pawn advantage. I'm no longer threatening to take any of these pawns, though. Oh, maybe knight takes, knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes. He can't take with a pawn, but it is adequately defended with the knight and the rook. Too bad. Okay, so I guess the knight has to retreat. Well, I can bring the knight back to F5 and hit the e-pawn that way. But he takes. He trades it off. Logical. Okay, what are white's threats here? Pushing forward on these pawns. We have a bishop versus knight scenario. And it's a dark squared bishop. So these pawns on dark squares are targets. So I should probably just fix them there, right? Maybe just Yeah, if he plays that, I can leave it there. It's a knight check on that square. I just want to keep the knight out of these squares around my king. And let's see, how do I get my bishop into the game? That's the question. Maybe bishop to f4 to d6 is an idea. And then queen is hitting this soft spot over here. Knight's hitting it. Okay. But I have a check with the rook here.
Check.
Which does defend. And maybe I can maneuver my queen to a more useful position here. The knight is covering those squares, but how about queen to d5? Knight's a bit trapped over there. Okay, so I can take that rook. And if I do, he's got to take back. He's still got his queen coming in here. That's kind of annoying. Let's see. My rook is defended, so I can leave it there. Can I deflect his knight away somehow? I really just want to... Okay, but there's a problem. If rook takes and pawn takes... Now I have to, if he plays rook takes, I have to take with the queen. Yeah, I'm a little boxed in here. Pawn to f5. Okay, I'll just play that. Run out of ideas. Pawn to f5 at least blocks the queen. It's probably not a good move, but I could not find the right move there in the time available. And it's still, my rook is still defended by a bishop at least. Queen is now threatening to take on e6, so maybe it's not so bad. It just looks horrible. Opening up another diagonal to the king there. Yep. Yeah, I don't have enough time to really consider this too deeply. It's too bad that he can push the pawn here. If he pushes the pawn, I could play rook here. It's an idea. Oh, he just gangs up with the knight. Okay, so if I let him have that,
Time warning.
Pawn there. It's too bad I can't find a way to check that king. Let's see, his rook is coming here. Rook takes, queen takes, knight takes, king takes. What do I want to do with my other pieces? Maybe put this here so I can grab another pawn. Oh no, the queen is still going to be there. Forgot about that. So I'm hitting this pawn, but the queen is defending it.
Check.
Okay, I can't interpose with the bishop because of the pin. Now, if I grab that here, he's got a check. And then I can interpose.
Check.
Then check here.
Check.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's going to get those pawns rolling.
Check.
Okay, I still can't interpose with the bishop. So yeah, bishop here, check. Be nice to get the bishop into a more active kind of position. And what has he got?
Check.
Yeah, I'm going to go after this pawn here. Let's see, I just have to be careful that he can't check me and pick up a rook or something. Or
check.
Bishop. Bishop is defended, so if he trades out, it might be okay. Hard to say.
Check.
I just want to get over here and win this pawn. Yeah, he's getting over there first. Okay, I can start marching these pawns in.
Check.
I want to hold on to my pawns to the extent possible.
Check.
This is probably a winning endgame for him if he just trades out, because he has pawns on both sides of the board. Oh, he has a check here. Check there would have picked up the rook and won.
Check.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah, that's kind of clever. Oh, that pawn is defended by the bishop, so I can just step up. I can threaten checkmate.
Check. check, check,
Aha, so now he can skewer me. Let's check the king. He goes there, check. Oh no, he can take the bishop. So let's defend the bishop. So now check here, the king goes to that square. Check and take. Oh, but he pushes the pawn, probably the right thing to do. Let's take the pawn.
check.
Mm-hmm.
Black forfeits on time.
Oh, well, that was probably a losing cause anyway. Anyway, I will do a post-mortem. I'll upload this and do a post-mortem shortly. So see you guys later. Bye.